Shalom.
Okay. GMS Pittsburgh once again. In the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Shai by Shem Kakadash. I want to give all honor and glory and praises to
Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Kakadash.
double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect. And Shalom. Hey, so a lot of things going on in Babylon the Great as prophecies continue to move. Meanwhile, through the spirit, thing comes to my mind. You got individuals delaying the coming of the master, man, of the Messiah. You got people putting off that day, okay? Such as what's his name? Gorilla Hebrew, okay? Alazar, Button Lawyer, called the chief priest. What is he saying? He's saying it could be up to 1,000 years. Well, that's not the mindset to be in, okay? Because, bro, we can't, not to say the Lord can't sustain us if that were the case. Well, look, man, all flesh won't last another 1,000 years, man. At the rate this damn devil is destroying this planet, bro, 1,000 years is out of the question, man.
It won't last another 10.
The wild beasts are changing places. Resources are getting scarce. Look, bro, eggs is about to be $20 a carton. And this nigga talking about 1,000 years.
You already got niggas fighting in the grocery stores about eggs.
Bro, we on the edge of a nation versus nation, man. You don't see how people is talking out here, man?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, any brothers got scriptures on that?
I got appreciate back you up. And also, to make another point too, you gotta even think about as far as right now the economy is trash, man.
Yeah.
I was watching the elders and the brothers in Chicago. They brought out how there was a video of this lady. She was going into basically the economy and everything. She was basically saying like we're about to get into a worse things or worse than recession, worse than the Great Depression, man. So the scriptures is coming to pass, man. We're seeing these different things manifest, man. But yeah, that 1,000 years, that's madness. This is Matthew chapter 24 verse 22. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. It says, "And except those days should be shortened, there shall be no flesh. There should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened."
Right. So for the sake of the elect, the days shall be shortened, man. Not elongated. Not putting off that time. Okay. There's another precept that comes to mind. I might have to get it.
I have 45 on that one too, because it's with the
Okay. I'm getting you. Go ahead and read that for me.
Come on. Mark 13, I'm going to go back to Matthew 24, basically saying the same thing as Matthew. Mark 13 and verse 20, it says, "And except the Lord have shortened those days, no flesh shall be saved, but for the elect's sake, whom he hath chosen, he hath shortened the days." So again, going into how the Lord is going to shorten the days. And you got to think about it. These days are going back quicker and quicker, man. There was, I think it was like a year ago or something, there was an article that went out talking about how the earth was spinning faster, according to Esau, But
Hey, you know what? That's the spirit too, because I think I did a video either this past week or the week before on how the Lord he's causing the sun and the moon to go around the earth faster, right? And then we got examples in the scriptures where when you go into what is it, Genesis, the first chapter, and it talks about how he created the sun, the moon, and the stars. Those are for times and seasons. That's what dictates time. So the Most High is outside of that, right? He's the Ancient of Days. But he created time. Right? Sun is how you measure the days, and the moon is how you measure each day of the month.
That's right.
Right? So the Lord is making the sun run even faster.
Which
So-
means what?
Right.
Ultimately,
time is
time is getting shorter.
right.
And you can notice that if you pay attention to certain things. Didn't they, wasn't they talking about recently? I remember Bros was mentioning it. Taking an hour off of time or something
Yeah,
like
remember?
that?
The daylight savings. They were saying they was going to make it permanent.
Yeah, it was going to make it permanent.
Yeah.
Right. Because, the days are changing. You could tell when the seasons change, it seems like everything's, when it was in the peak of daylight savings, it was getting dark early as shit, man.
Yes, it was.
5 o'clock. I'm used to 6 o'clock it getting dark.
5:30.
Because when it's not daylight savings, it get dark late as hell. You see what I'm saying? So when it's daylight savings, I always remember like 5:36. It was dark at 5 at certain points during the daylight savings.
Yeah, sometimes 4:45.
So somebody got something wrong. You know what I mean? But we know, as the scripture say, he shall think to change. What is it? Times and seasons.
Right.
You see? So Esau tried to do these things, but he got a flawed way of doing it, man. He got a flawed way of doing it.
Right. Yep. So hey, the days are shortened, right? except those days be short, and there shall no flesh be saved.
That's right.
Right? So, and I mentioned in one of my videos, like, okay, well, the Lord, it could be another 4 years within the term of Trump.
Right.
But what does it matter if the days are going faster and faster and faster? Like, literally, I got to go to the Shaddai tomorrow, and it's going to be like that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be back at Friday. Then we're going to be back at camp.
Yeah.
Things are going, Lord will. Things are going quick and faster and faster and faster.
That's right.
Especially when you locking in, you focus.
Yeah.
Things is just it's flying past you.
Yeah. When you busy, okay, yeah, the time goes in a flash, man. Okay, it's when you idle, okay, which hey, that might say a lot to what these guys are on. You know, idle, enjoying their time, right, enjoying their benefits here on this planet. You see,
What they really should be, which he do prophesy,
right?
But you should be occupied in prophecies. You shouldn't be occupied in all this extra stuff.
There you go. Yeah, because at the end of the day, in many ways, these people make merchandise of the ministry. Okay, like the brother said, yeah, he's prophesying. Okay, but is he doing? What reasons does he have for doing it? Is it to uplift Yahweh Bashim Yahushai or himself? We don't know. As Paul said, nevertheless, Mashiach is preaching. Yeah. But there's a lot of suspect and questionable things that occur. Okay, a lot of GoFundMe and Patreon and
right.
Super chats and pay for my exclusive this,
well,
exclusive that.
Right. What's your boy? What's that? You said they broke off from Sakari.
Genesis.
Right.
Hakah.
Was it Hakah or was it Hassad? Where they said,
I think it might be Hassad.
The Lord has blessed me where I can go into the garage and hot and something crazy.
See?
Just worry about my family and this and that. I'm like,
can you get supposed to the game of godliness?
Right. Because at the end of the day, if you're not pleasing the Lord will take away everything you got and your family. Look at Job.
Mm-hmm. Where's that one? I can't think about it. I think I know there's one that talks about a poor man who kept his horse. Give his rest. You know what I'm talking about, right? The poor man have a little. That's right, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, because ultimately, and that's really, if you really want to be honest about it, that's a Christianity tenet or a Christianity mindset to say that, well, look at the Lord, I got a private jet, I got this and I got that, I'm blessed of the Lord. Okay, that's not the mindset to be in, because a man that's poor should also be blessed of the Lord. Okay, the scriptures, people have to suffer poverty. Paul had to suffer poverty. You see what I'm saying? So does that make him not a man of the Lord? You got that?
Yeah. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 12. It says, "The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much.
Right.
But the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep."
The abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. Okay, so really, are you blessed when you got more, or when you blessed when you have enough? Now, King Solomon, he was blessed with wisdom. He was blessed with the ability to judge properly, but then he was also blessed with riches. But see, you have to be blessed with wisdom to know how to deal with riches. Okay, riches are just tools to be used. Okay, but the problem is that in this flesh is that when you get riches, a lot of people like to fixate on it. Okay, that's really what happens with riches. The more money, more problems. It's quoted. Who said that? Biggie? Mace. Or Mace. Okay, Mace, yeah. Walker, right? I was going to say, because Biggie is quoted saying some real suspect ass shit. Okay? That nigga was weird. We won't go, spirit willing. I don't go into that because I'm typical. But anyway, all right, so okay, Mace said it. But more money, more problems. And that's the scriptures backs that up, man. Okay? The more you got a Benz outside or whatever it is out in the group, you got a what's them cars everybody want that get stole all the time?
Kias.
No, that everybody want that get stole all the time. Kias,
Oh, you talking about
them super cars.
Hellcats.
Yeah, Hellcats. Hellcats. You got a Hellcat outside. You worried there's a nigga gonna come up and dupe your key fob and start your shit and roll off with it. You worried you taking the badge off your shit, so niggas don't know you got a Hellcat. You trying to take the badge off so it look like a normal ass Charger.
Yeah,
so it look like a regular Charger. Right? Because you worry about these riches that you got. Hey man, what he say? He gonna go into the garage and pull off on something stupid. Well, imagine you didn't have a garage, nigga. What type of peace of mind would you have with that stupid vehicle you about to pull off in? Oh, then what did he say? He making music videos, sneak this to GMS, not
Talking
sneak
about
this.
because he got a
GMS hated on me because I was rolling in a Benz. You carnal, bro.
which a Benz is not, it's not that hard to get.
I don't know if he said Benz, but I think he did. But look,
Benz, Mercedes, either one is not that hard to get. You could get a nice one, bro. For it's, I know Jake in the world, and they pay a lot of money and they got a
and they
nice
got a
ass
Benz,
Benz.
right? You know, and
Right.
the
It
point
ain't
is,
that big.
if you got money, that's your lot. But we don't hate you because of your physical money that you have, okay? And we don't hate you. We're correcting you for being incorrect when it comes to the doctrine.
Yep.
Y'all got a lot of things that y'all are wrong about, and things that y'all go against that are in the scriptures, such as y'all it's being coined the great doctrine, like we done came up with a doctrine. All we did was read a scripture,
Right.
but now it's become a doctrine. Bro, go into the word, define it. If he take hold means to seize, and
Right.
then what's the next move after he seizes her? He then lies with her. And then and then it gives you the consequences of that action.
Right.
That's all it is, bro. And it's in the Bible. And we could just read it and read the consequence, and that's it. That we could be done with it. But now all of a sudden it's a doctrine. And now all of a sudden we're promoting it. No, we
You
ain't
want to be talking about technical? It's a law, man.
It's in the laws. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a
the
law.
great doctrine.
Right.
That's what they call it.
It's a
You
law.
know? But we get blemished for what is that, Paul? I have not shunned to declare unto you all the counsel of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all holding scriptures. I don't want to have y'all holding too long.
Oh yeah, well, I'll bring this out real quick because for Al-Azhar to say, oh, it could be 1,000 years. What do you got your mind fixated on?
Oh wait.
Like, what is your mind fixated on, man? You know, because this is 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 4. It says, "No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier." Right? So there's certain things. It's like you can't let these different things get you all tangled up, man.
There you go.
You know,
That's the key.
you can't let these things get you all tangled up. Whether it be money, whether it be women, whether it be your family, and elders say it all the time. And sometimes I find myself just saying it to my woman, but my woman understands. Like, I'm not here to be a family man.
Yeah.
You know, I do what I can to take care of my family, get you what you need, this and that. Okay, I'll make some time to spend with you, but I got stuff to do. If brothers call me, I gotta go. If I got videos I gotta do, I gotta attend to the videos.
Yep.
If there's camp business I gotta attend to, I gotta attend to that. I can't be a family man here.
Right.
You know? And then the days are getting shorter and shorter. I'm trying to find even more ways to do more stuff for the ministry.
Right.
So it's
Hey, I gotta go.
Good.
All right.
right. So you can't get all caught up in this stuff, man.
Right.
You know, and there's lots of distractions everywhere.
Yeah, kind of. You know, if you were to try to be, which you can't achieve actual perfection in the way that we would want to, the Lord has to deem you perfect, right?
That's right.
But even in this flesh, you can't obtain that on your own, right? So when it comes to your family, there's a perfect way and method that you could raise your sons and your daughters, and there's a perfect way you could do it if you got the right time and apply it consistently. You could have the picture of obedience and different things coming out of your family, right? But let's face it, we don't got that time.
Nope, don't. Nor the resources.
Hey, I got dogs. Dogs are really almost as involved, but you know, obviously children are more complex.
Yeah.
But you have to still be the same. You know, I was watching the video the other day. A nigga was like, "You lazy fuck if you don't walk your dogs at least 2 hours a day." Bitch, you got me fucked up. 2 hours a day to just walking dogs? Now, if that was the health regimen and that was my schedule, that would be different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If that's you got to, hey bro, you drop something. Hey, you drop something.
You drop something, yeah.
Right? Now, if that was my schedule, then okay, cool, right? But just on some raising dog shit, you got me fucked up, bro. Almost started making 2 hours a day just to walk these niggas when I got all these different things I gotta do.
Right.
It just ain't happening, bro.
Yeah, right. And then, like we read earlier, the days have been shortened. Right. So in the kingdom, the days are gonna be longer, man. The Most High can make the sun go slower, man.
Right.
Them gonna be some long days. Now you can really, you ain't gotta worry about time. You can spend as much time with your family as you want.
Yeah.
You can spend as much time as you want whipping Esau upside the back with a cat of nine tails or whatever you want, right?
Yeah. Well, the elect will get to spend time with Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Around this throne, as it says.
Around
right?
his throne.
So that's gonna be beautiful. Okay. He said he shall feed them day and night. So we're gonna get to spend 1,000 years ruling with Yahweh Shai if we're of the elect, Lord willing.
Right.
And hey, I know we got a plethora of questions to ask. Hey, who knows how that's gonna be? The Lord may show you the different lifetimes that you lived.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? You know how many times you've been reincarnated? How much time it'll take to go through that whole thing? It might be a good movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of
So,
tears, a lot of oh man.
all the things you overcame. You know, who knows what all's gonna be? But we're gonna get to serve Him day and night, man. So
Oh, man.
we ain't gonna have to worry about that. As we know, the Gentiles are gonna be our nursing maids and nursing fathers.
Yeah, they're gonna keep our flocks.
They gonna take care of our kids and do everything, and they ain't gonna dare do nothing wrong.
Oh, hey,
I
they
heard
ain't
our kids gonna
they
be
ain't
taking.
able to do nothing.
You know how expensive it is to have daycare, and this I think it's like 300 plus a week
Man.
for one child.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And so
If you ain't in no program,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
And even when you're in the
even
program,
it's still like 100 something a week.
It don't let you be late either.
Yeah, through right.
Bullshit.
So we ain't gonna have to pay these niggas to do their job. They gonna do it like they made us do it. Our women was nursing it. You know, hey, no, we're gonna have the best of the best. They professors and would be professors and caretakers. They're gonna be taking care of our children. You see what I'm saying?
Our children's gonna be greater than them anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, children
They
gonna be
gonna be able to
punching
do,
their
they
ass.
gonna be able to do
Yeah.
nothing.
They don't be doing nothing to
Spiritual
them.
power.
Get
Hey,
exploded.
hey, like Hercules.
Like Jack Jack.
Right.
Yeah, Jack. I was gonna say like in the animated movie Hercules when he grabbed the snake. And I think he killed it when he was a baby.
Yep.
Choked the snake up. They were trying to kill his butt. And he came out with them damn, yoked them damn snakes up. He gonna be able to touch the children of the elect. Okay. But anyway, precepts.
Come.
You still got that Matthews or?
Yeah, I got
You got a few.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
a few.
okay.
Which
You
one?
bring out
I was
Matthew 45, but you can get whatever.
Matthew 45?
Matthew 45. That was that first one. Yeah, you can bring out that nasty.
Yeah,
45.
24. Yeah. I got you. That's 44.
Just read on down.
Yep, let's start at 44. Matthew 24, verse 44. It reads, "Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh."
You think not? The Son of Man coming. Okay.
Verse 45. "Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord had made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season?
Right.
Blessed is that servant, whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing."
Right. So who is the Lord? Who is the servant that the Lord has blessed with the wisdom, giving that meat in due season? Right. You become of a full age. The Lord gives you the understanding.
Yeah.
Well, He said, "Bless." Read it after that part again.
Verse 46 in Matthew 24. "Blessed is that servant, whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing."
So since you've been given this understanding, blessed are you if when the Lord comes back, you're still being a man of understanding.
There's some more too.
There's a scripture that says there be things that the Lord hateth, and there's one thing that make him sad.
yeah.
There's things that make him sad, and one thing he hateth. Men of understanding that are not set by.
And
I
a man of
prepare
war. Yeah,
prepare such a one for the sword.
Yeah.
You see?
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about,
And that
right?
goes
That's
into
right.
a man of war that's poor.
Right, we can read it. I'm kind of butchering it a little bit.
Salaki.
I do want to make this point before we continue, though.
Okay.
All right, because that's one. Now that you've been given this, you have a duty. You have to be set by that understanding. What does that mean? You have to be adhering to it and living your life by it to the best of your ability. Okay, with much, well, it says much power come much responsibility. Well, this is power.
Yeah.
Knowing the knowledge of these scriptures is spiritual power.
Right. Ecclesiastes chapter 26, verse 28. It says, "There be two things that grieve my soul, and the third maketh me angry. A man of war that suffereth poverty, and men of understanding that are not set by.
Right.
And one that returneth from righteousness to sin, the Lord prepareth such a one for the sword."
Right, so I butchered. So that's what makes the Lord sad, is men of understanding that are not set by. Okay, what good is it for you to know and for him to have given you these things that you're not applying? You're still out there acting foolishly and unwise.
Luke chapter 19, verse 13. And he called, that's the spirit, and he called 10 his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come.
Occupy until I come.
You gotta be busy, right? In Spanish, they got the word when you say I'm busy or I'm doing something. You say estoy ocupado. I'm occupied. I'm busy.
What's another word for a job? What is your occupation?
Occupation, yeah.
You see? So our job is number one, is a prophet. To be a prophet. That's our number one job. Now, of course, we have to do things to maintain our family and everything like that. Apostle Tar made a statement the other day. He was like, if I ever hit the lotto, I'm paying all the members of GMS. You ain't got to work no more, but you got to do them lessons.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, sign me up. Oh, yeah.
I'm like, cause like that's like now you freed yourself up to, okay, I ain't gotta worry about that. I could just lock in fully because this is paid off.
Man, locked in, man. Like, oh man.
And that's how it's supposed to be when you got brothers that come into money or that they might you know, the Lord has blessed them to have more money, is really to help brother, man.
Yeah.
Because really as you know, well, unless you got a lot of, you got a big family.
Yeah.
I believe some brothers got, you know, 10, 12 kids, but you know, damn. you
know,
know,
damn.
we Jake, a lot of kids.
Yeah. Fruitful and multiply. Ephraimite Esca brothers. I ain't even Ephraim got all this. That's great.
Right, but that's what that's really for.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't got no kids. I'm just saying. But I know they ain't brother. That's a lot of kids. A lot of kids. 10, 12. You got an army.
That's a nation right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So that's a whole squad right there. Run fast.
You a piece of land. You gonna work that bad boy. That bad bitty, as they say in Dallas.
Nevertheless, though, the bro is just basically saying, you know, whenever you come into these different things, brothers help each other out the best they can. You know?
Yeah, well, the scriptures say, lose thy money for thy friends.
Yeah.
You know, and Apostle Har always talks about the spirit that he's in, which is beautiful. He's like, look, if I'm sitting around, I got extra $300, I might call one of the apostles and say, look, you need some money? You know, because ultimately, as we know, savings don't really end up getting saved anyway. They usually end up getting used, you know.
Oh
Now,
yeah,
you know, now some
that's what it's for.
Yeah.
The emergency. Yeah.
money is a defense, man. So
Yeah.
you know, we got treasuries and things like that, but the point I'm saying is that something always comes up.
Yep.
You know, and we're usually here to support each other.
I got precepts like
No, you
I got precepts basically backing up what we're talking about, because Yahushua told us that, hey, you got to remember when you're doing these different things for brothers, and you're doing these different things for bros and their films and everything, Yahushua, he looks at that as a good thing, man, because he says you do those things as if you're doing it unto me. So, you know, we keep those things in mind as when you're doing, you know, helping brothers out to the best of your ability, you know, like the bro said, you know, give extra bread or, you know, picking bros up, whatever you got to do to help brothers, man. That's like you doing unto Yahushua, man. There's a precept, it's Matthew 25 in verse 34. It says, "Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was in hunger, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee in hunger and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of these least of these of my brethren, ye have done it unto me. So going into the elect, man. Hey, if you're doing these things for the elect, it's like you're doing it unto Yahushua, because you got to remember, who did Yahushua pray for? Whenever he prayed to the Heavenly Father in John chapter 17, he prayed for the elect. He said, "All of thine are mine, and thine are mine." So that's the elect. So when you're doing these things unto the elect, it's like you're doing it unto Yahushua.
That's right.
So yeah, that was got wrong. No, you good. But yeah, just basically backing up the point of, you know, when you're doing these different things for brethren, it's like you're doing it unto the Lord.
Right.
You know, the Lord takes, you know, he looks at that as a good thing.
Right. Real quick, could you grab Hebrews the second chapter towards the end, because it talks about, the Lord is empathetic, man. You can't, when we think about the Lord Yahweh Shai,
12, you said?
Hebrews 2.
Oh, 2, Salaki.
When you think about the Lord Yahweh Shai, he actually came down, the Son of the Most High actually came down in flesh.
Yes, he did.
A couple times.
Yeah.
Right? But when he came down to do his sacrifice, he was battling against sin also.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like the Lord doesn't know exactly what we're going through. Because he's been in the flesh.
Yeah.
He's taken on flesh. He came in as other men came in, man.
Yep.
Your mom and your pops got together, knocking boots, right? She conceived, and 9-10 months later, or even earlier now in this time,
Yeah.
right? You came out the womb.
Yeah. It says he's of the seed of David according to the flesh.
According to the flesh. So the Lord was battling against sin also. But the only difference is the Most High gave him the spirit to be perfect and to overcome sin and to overcome death.
I got that too, Romans 8.
The only way to be somebody's seed according to the flesh is to have that semen inserted into a woman's
Egg.
Her
egg.
situation.
In the ovaries, into the egg.
That's right. Where does semen come from?
The man. His nuts.
A man's balls.
Right.
So
His
let's not,
genitalia.
let's not be simple. All right.
Right.
You want me to bring Hebrews 2?
Hebrews 2, yeah,
Come.
towards the end.
Come on, I got you. Mark.
Yeah, man, because the Lord knows exactly everything we're going through.
Exactly.
So you can't be like, man, no, the Lord don't know what I'm going through, man. He up there. No, yes, he does.
Yes, he do.
And that's part of what makes him angry.
Oh, slap.
It what makes him angry too. Yeah, right. But also what makes him a wise a judge that can be a mediator unto the Heavenly Father, because he understands everything we're going through.
That's where the mercy comes for the elect, because
Yeah.
he went through. But yeah, go ahead and read it, brother.
Even as far as with Genesis, talking about when the serpent told Eve that you should know good and evil. The Lord knows both sides, so that's what will make the elect. That's what will make us great judges in the kingdom as well. Great rulers, because we're going to be able to judge righteousness and wickedness.
Yeah, we right in it, man.
We in it. Yeah. Hebrews 2 and verse
Whatever you think is a good place to start.
14. Yeah, I'll start at 14. It says, for as much then, Hebrews 2 and 14, for as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is the devil, and deliver them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage.
Right. Hey, and when you think about it too, Isaac, which was Yahweh Shai, in the reincarnation, he came in the flesh. That's Isaac. He gave this devil Esau the power of death.
Yep.
He gave him the power of the sword, man.
That's right.
Which the sword is for destruction and death.
Yep.
The thief cometh not but to kill, steal, and destroy.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave him that power, and he overcame him. He overcame sin, and he's given us the ability to overcome this devil also, man.
Verse 16, it says, for verily he took not on him the nature of angels.
Right, the celestial body, right?
Yep.
Perfect, right? Because he could have came down that way, but he didn't. Right? He gonna come back in that like fashion when he comes back. But he didn't take on the celestial form, right? Which angels don't have sex. They don't eat. They don't drink. They don't sleep. And the Lord did, he ate, he drank, he sleep, he got sick.
Yep.
You know what's a super cut? Can we get neither do they marry?
Cut. Matthew 22.
So how do you what's the word? Copulate a man. You copulate, man. That's how you what's the word I'm trying to come up with, man?
Cope.
No, what you do to a marriage. How do you solidify?
Consummate.
Consummate.
Yeah, consummate.
How do you consummate a marriage? Through copulation, man.
Yes, sir.
So if they don't marry, go ahead and read that, brother, when you get it, brother. If they don't marry, how then did y'all gonna say that a ghost, a spirit, ejaculated in the marriage? It doesn't make sense, man.
Even as far as that other bugged out shit that they be talking about too, bro. The Nephilim and all that stupid ass shit, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't make
Talking about angels, the angels having sex with the women and created the Nephilim, all that shit. All
that's
that.
false.
Yeah. Fairy tale bullshit.
Right. Okay. You want me to get the whole account with the Sadducees, or you want me to just get to the point? Get to the point. Okay. So this right here, this is Matthew chapter 22 and verse 29. It says, Yahweh answered and said unto the, well,
We could briefly summarize.
yeah, I'll
Okay.
briefly summarize because the Sadducees were a sect of Israelites where they didn't believe in
Reincarnation?
spirits. They didn't believe in going into the spiritual realm, the resurrection, right? And it mentions that too, right?
You can read it.
So,
So,
yeah,
if that's the spirit, just go ahead and read it.
all right. Matthew chapter 22, verse 23. It says, the same day came to him the Sadducees would say that there is no resurrection and asked it, meaning like this, you don't, when you die, you
don't come back.
You don't come back.
You done.
You're in oblivion.
Yep. Which is not true.
It's not true, right? And asked him, saying, Master, Moses said, if a man die having no children, his brother shall marry his wife and raise up seed unto his brother. Now there were with us 7 brethren, and the first, when he had married a wife, deceased, and having no issue, left his wife unto his brother. Likewise the second also, and the third unto the 7th. And last of all, the woman died also. So everybody died.
Yep.
There was no seed raised up.
Right.
Right? It says, and last of all, the woman died also. Therefore, in the resurrection, whose wife shall she be of the 7? For, for they all had her. So they trying to give him a trick question.
Yeah, they're trying to trip him up.
Right.
Yeah, see, if she technically, how they gonna split her up? He died. When they come back, is she gonna be their wife again? You know,
Right.
trying to be some. You don't even believe in resurrection. So
Right.
when you come off asking this type of question anyway,
Right.
you see, in the Most High, He has power to do what He wants to do. Okay, you ain't gonna always marry the same person every time you come back just because that was your wife in the last incarnation. That don't mean you're gonna marry her again. Y'all might marry multiple times, right?
Right.
But that don't mean that you're gonna marry each incarnation. You might be somewhere else in that different incarnation. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey, you might be a whole nother tribe. Lord could do that too.
Yeah,
Look
maybe.
at Marshall, Moses.
There you go. Yeah, maybe.
Right? Verse 29. Yahweh answered and said unto them, ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of the Most High.
Power of the Most High. Like we just gave them different examples. You can come back as a different tribe, okay? And other reasons where the Lord can not necessarily have you. You might have a mission where you don't need no wife in that particular lifetime. You see, so you won't have one. Hey, perfect example. Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
You see, when he came as Adam, he had one, right? It was Eve. When he came back as Solomon, he had many. You see,
Right.
when he came back as Isaac, I mean, he just had one, right, Rebecca?
Yep.
He just had one again.
You know, I'm like, he could have had more, but it doesn't mention
But it doesn't mention it, right?
That's not more important.
And then lastly, when he came back as Yahweh Shai, finally when he came back as Yahweh Shai, he didn't have none. So every time you born don't mean you're gonna have a wife. Don't mean you're gonna have the same amount of wives. You know, it's just it all depends on what the Lord wants you to do in your life, man. Go ahead, now.
So it says, ye do err not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of the Most High. For in the resurrection, now, when you go into the word resurrection, it means thing rise.
Yeah.
And when you do a deep dive into the word thing is basically a creation or your spirit.
Yeah.
You know? So when it talks about the thing that have been is that which shall be, right? It's talking about the spirits, man. They come back.
And it says there's no new thing
Under
under the sun.
Right.
All right, so we come back in our lots, man. And this is very simple. Yahweh Shai broke it. Yahweh Shai goes into this, but you Christians don't have the mental capacity because you're sealed with a hot iron. You can't receive it. Okay, even this was, we'll get it. Elias, right? One about Elias when you John the Baptist.
Oh yeah, crack the water.
This is All right, continue. It says, "For in the resurrection," meaning when they die, and the thing that's rising is your spirit, because your spirit it rises up and goes back into the heavens. So in the resurrection, when they go into the heavens, because you can have the resurrection when you rise up from the dead, like Lazarus, or when your spirit rises into goes back into the heavenly Father in the spiritual realm, right? So you got to understand what context is being talked about when you hear about resurrection. Okay? It says they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of the Most High in heaven. Right? So they're in the angelic state. Right? They don't marry, neither are given in the marriage, but are as the angels. But you know what? The angels don't marry. And really married, to sum it up, is basically sex, man.
Yeah, sex.
Right? Marriage, like the brother was saying, marriage is consummated, all right, made official through sex.
Yes,
You know?
one body is joined unto the other.
And what is the primary duty of the Holy Spirit? The Holy Spirit brings things to your remembrance, brings things to mind, right? So it doesn't say it verbatim, how you good, man. But it could have been what? Which we say this is what happened. The Lord put the Spirit on Mary's husband, right, to have sex with her, man. He put it on his mind, right? Gave him that desire, man. You know, I think this would be.
He was in the spirit. He was in the spirit of forefather Isaac,
There you
man.
go.
Brought her into his tent, got busy.
Got busy.
There was no waiting.
said-
He gonna have the ceremony,
Yeah.
which
That's the proper
he
way
jumped
of
the
doing
gun.
things. Right.
That's the proper way of doing things.
Right.
But that's how the Lord happened through the Spirit.
Yeah. Jake jumped the gun all the time. In slavery time, they was jumping the broom. And that was all they had to do, jump the broom and get it on. You see, they didn't need no paperwork and all that. Go ahead.
It says, but as touching the resurrection of the dead, right? So he just made a distinction right there. Touching the resurrection of the dead. This resurrection he was talking about is your spirit going back into the heavens, right? It says, but as touching the resurrection of the dead, ye have not read that which was spoken unto you by the Most High, saying, I am the power of Abraham and the power of Isaac and the power of Jacob. The Most High is not the power of the dead, but of the living. You know? Right, so like that's the same thing, not a distinction. When you die, your spirit goes back to the heavens. So you're really not dead. It's an illusion.
It's true.
Death is not the end. That's an illusion, man.
These are just vessels
Right.
containing your spirit. Your spirit is eternal. Ultimately, your spirit, in some ways, if you really think about it, and don't quote me on this. This is me speaking as a man. Let me clarify and say this is me speaking as a man. When I made a reference to One Piece, you had the character Big Mom, and essentially all of her minions were a portion of her spirit. You see, so really, if the Most High is eternal, your spirit is eternal.
This is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 9. It says, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?
Of spirits. You see? So we should be subject unto the Father of spirits and live. So he's the Father of all spirits. Okay, he gave birth unto Yahweh Shai. And the apostles teach this. This is why it talked about him seeing his kids. Because he was our Father.
Yeah.
The Most High Father, Yahweh Shai, and then Yahweh Shai, through the Spirit, was our Father.
Yeah.
You see? And also as Adam. From Adam come we all.
Yes, sir.
Yahweh Shai made all of us, man. All right, so where do you think that energy came from? He put that energy out there and created a spirit. It had to come, the power had to come from within him to create. You see what I'm saying? So we are a part of him.
That's right, bro.
He manifested us.
Yep, right. The scriptures say what? Thine incorruptible spirit is in all things.
Beautiful.
Right?
See?
And even in, the Lord can raise up inanimate objects, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
He can raise up stones, man.
Yeah. Hey, it talks about all the trees bow. Trees, unless it's a strong wind, a tree ain't bowing right now. Right? But when the time comes, the Lord's gonna put the spirit on him to bow. When the time came, he put the spirit on the horse to speak unto who was that was kicking the horse and he put the spirit on his mouth to speak? It was the heathen. Balaam. Yeah. Balaam or whatever his name was. Yeah, he started talking. Because the Lord had the power to do that.
Yep.
Right? So they err not knowing the power of the Most High. Trying to trip up the Lord, man. That woman ain't guaranteed to you.
And you know what too? Hey, just what we was talking about earlier about the Most High speeding up the time. That's the power of the Most High. The Most High can stop time, and He has done it.
That's right.
He's made the sun. What's that in the book of Joshua?
Joshua,
When He made the sun sit still for a whole 24 hours until Israel.
Yeah,
until
that war was over.
Until Israel prevailed.
Yeah. Was that the only time he did it?
I think. I don't know.
I thought it might have happened for a couple of days.
And then another.
Another account.
Because I just recently read it where he made the sun sit. He made the sun sit and the moon stay still over, different places for the whole space of a day until Israel,
Until they prevailed. Yeah.
Them people was like, yo, the sun didn't even go down yet.
They had to be bugging.
Like, what the hell?
Bugged
is
out.
going on?
Nigga, the sun's still up.
And then I believe it was one of.
It's 12 noon for about 4 hours now. Go ahead.
I believe it was one of the kings. The Lord basically shewed a sign unto him when he repented that he was gonna add, because he was about to. The Lord was like, "You about to die, right? I'm about to call you back to me." But he repented and then the Lord gave him an extra 15 years. He's like, just to show you a sign that I'm gonna do this. He made the sun go back, a couple degrees. So then he made time go backwards. Right? Isn't that what Uriel asked Esdras? Call to me the day that is past.
Mm-hmm.
That's spiritual power right there, man.
Yeah. Measure the flame. Yeah.
Right? Which this devil has the ability to do.
Yeah.
And then some.
Or the way of flame.
The weight of a flame.
Weight of a flame.
Show me the image of a voice, which this devil has the ability to do, and then some. Because the elder just did a video on it recently on how they got it's called Operation Looking Glass, where they're able to peer into the future, so to speak. But no matter what decision they make, they can't get out of their kingdom being destroyed.
There's a movie on that.
See, look, and there you go.
There's a movie where they can. Well, I don't know so much if I think eventually they did do something with the future, but I know they can view anything that happened. No, they was looking. It's crazy, bro. But basically, they was able to look at these events in real time and affect them and change them.
Right.
In a particular area, but it only was 24 hours at a time.
You talking about the Umbrella Academy?
Was it that?
It was
was
on Netflix. It's a series.
It's a movie. This is a movie. Now I don't know about the Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella Academy.
This movie I'm talking about. Somebody died, and then they got the dude and brought him, and they introduced him. And he found out that it wasn't just a recording of the past 24 hours that was high def and he could zoom in. It was actually happening while they were watching it. So they were looking at something that happened in the past, but they could change the events as they were watching them, and then they would change how it happened. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. But either way, going into something similar to that.
So
you know?
with the Operation Looking Glass, I think it's merged with some type of AI too, where they'll basically it would give, no matter what situation they would try to do to change the future, they could change stuff, but up to a certain point it was cut off and there was nothing they could do about it. Right? Now when these different government officials were being interviewed by people, they were saying they wasn't coming out and saying what it was, but we know through the spirit what it is. Your kingdom's gonna be destroyed and you can't do nothing about it. What's that Isaiah the 47th chapter.
Yeah.
Right, where it says basically destruction shall come upon you. You shall not know from whence it come.
Yeah.
So these, and this was I believe was back in like the 90s. So this devil already knew that he's not getting out of this. And then with the messages that came back from his hadron collider, his particle accelerator, right? Where what is that? Where mini, right?
Mini take over something.
Right?
Yeah, basically the same message that was given unto who was that? Was it Babylon that got that message?
Yeah, Babylon.
It was
I
about to be
believe
destroyed.
it was Nebuchadnezzar's son.
It was written
Right
on the
before
wall.
it was
Yeah.
about to be taken out of power.
Yeah, I think he saw a hand writing on the wall that it was about to be the end of his kingdom, man.
Yep. So here it is. This devil, he's playing with things. The Lord's allowing you to just tap into different things in the spiritual realm. But then you still can't. There's nothing you can do.
You can't stop it. Okay, hey, they got the scriptures, they got the vaults, they got the Bible in all these different languages, buried in that little area of the Vatican, don't they?
Yep. Under the Vatican.
Under the Vatican.
Under the
Yeah.
Vatican. Yeah.
And they got the technology to see things that the average person cannot see.
Yep.
And they tap into the spiritual realm on the left hand side, and still, you can't do nothing.
What you gonna do?
Right? It's a fearful constellation for them. You can't do shit.
Imagine seeing that and knowing you can't do shit.
Uh-huh.
But then the Lord still got the power to make you still want to try to fight.
So now, check this too, because brothers had different visions where the different ages that were amongst the camp. It's like, yeah, we know. Basically, they know brothers is gonna get spiritual powers. It's like, but we got something for that. We got something for that, right? But these devils know that they, through different things, different spiritual events that happen too. They know that the elect are gonna receive spiritual power. So they could have seen that through their Operation Looking Glass too, and they can't do anything about it. No matter what type of weaponry you come with.
You gotta think about it, bro. The scriptures say the Lord is a man of war. So regardless of how scared they might be after they see those different things, Lord still put it on their spirit to fight. They still there's fight.
They gotta fulfill prophecy.
They gotta fulfill prophecy, bro. Just like in the times of ancient Egypt, man, with Pharaoh. He was like, man, let these motherfuckers go, man. They did all type shit. My kid is gone, all type shit. And then what happened? Lord put it on their spirit. Harden him up. Nah, let's go get them, man. Let's go get them.
And that's why there's such a strong campaign to come to the rescue of Esau.
Yes.
Okay, if you really notice, because hey man, there's been so many of them. I've been having to, consider, and I had to ask myself, is my whole channel becoming cussing out these damn? Yeah, it is. My whole channel become cussing out these so-called Christians because you got so many people coming out, and they all trying to save Esau. They all want to try to save the actual Gentiles of the other nations. Okay, trying to cuss us out. But hey, man, as it tells you in Romans 9, okay, even for this same cause have I raised thee up. And who is it talking about? It's talking about Esau.
Yep.
Okay, it's giving you two characters there. First, it talks about the Israelites and how the things of the scriptures and the things of the Most High pertain unto them, his kinsmen according to the flesh. And then it goes straight into Jacob and Esau and how before they was born, one was chosen to be wicked and one was chosen to be righteous. And we know that he hates Esau. And it also says what? What said the Most High to Pharaoh? For the same cause have I raised thee up that I may show my power. Okay, so it's not according to him that willeth or him that runneth, but the Most High who shows the mercy. So who did he choose to be the bad guy that's likened unto Pharaoh? It's Esau.
Esau, who is Edom.
So just like Esau, just like Pharaoh had a grand demise, in the power of the Most High, which shows the same thing is going to happen to Esau. You can't save him. You can come up to us, you can make videos, you can try to pander to emotions, you can cry on the screen, you can you can do all this dumb shit, right? To try to make, and you're gonna get some people who aren't of the elect who gonna have a bleeding heart to you frowning up on the screen. No. The Hebrew Israelites say this and say that. No, it's false. Well, nigga, it's in the Bible. Okay, you big dummy. You can do what you want to do. Okay, it pisses me off because I'm like, what you trying to make me feel some type of way? Fuck you. That's how I look. We doubling down on what we believe, and we saying fuck you and what you believe. Because you wrong, nigga. You know, because they try to get you with that, you know, that Christianity shit. You know, and it's so, God loves everybody. No, God don't love everybody, man. Don't try to make me question what I know. Okay, we're going to go read it again. Okay? The Lord said destroy everybody. All right? The Lord said that the heathen was going to be my inheritance. How dare you make fun of my hope and my faith in that? You get on the video talking about, these little skits. And, you know, I'm back talking about this nigga again, but it pissed me off seeing that. Because here it is. That's how a brother would probably respond. They see you eat him like, ooh, that's my Lord? That's for me, Lord?
Right.
And then you're going to try to act like you the Most High. And no, that's your brother. That ain't our fucking brother.
right.
Remember that shit?
Yeah, bro.
That's your brother. That's your brother. What did he say? He said, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, he's going to be my slave. He was like, I'm free in Christ. I slave in the kitchen. I'll make you a mean, what did he say? I'll make you a mean tuna salad. Some shit he said.
Right.
I'm your brother.
Egg salad.
Yeah, whatever the fuck he said. Right. And this nigga had the little eating my hair on and shit. It was funny, but it's like, bitch, fuck you, okay? Because at the end of the day, this is the hope and the faith of the elect. Revelation 13 tells us, okay,
patience
and the faith of the saints. So we patiently waiting. There's another scripture in Revelation that says what? To him that overcometh, will I give power over the nations. And what is he going to do? He's going to rule them with a rod of iron. And what else is going to happen? As the vessel of a potter shall it be broken unto shivers. Hey. So if I'm ruling you with a rod of iron, and you're considered unto a potter's vessel, and I hit your ass, you going to shatter.
Your ass break you.
What does that mean? Break you. Go ahead.
Right. Because, hey, with the power that the Lord is going to bless the elect with, you know, hey, even before the chariots come to deliver, right? Hey, when the Lord come back down on the chariots with the New Jerusalem, which are the members of the elect,
Right.
and that bearing the image of the heavenly, that extraterrestrial form, the extraterrestrial body, what do you think is going to be going on in the earth, man? Everything is going to be subdued. Everything is going to be subdued. People are going to be put in subjection. The law of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to be laid down, man.
The standard once again.
A bunch of enforcers. There's going to be some Viltrumite activity.
Oh, there we go, brother.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Right, what's the Viltrumite? So what? The so-called Kryptonians.
Yeah.
Right,
Cousins
what,
of them.
cryptos mean what? Secret.
Yeah.
Who are the hidden people, man? The Israelites.
Go.
You know?
See? Hey, it ain't nothing you can do about it, bro. You can go and pander and cry and moan and whine. Okay, you niggas is gonna be called least in the kingdom of heaven. You're gonna be ashamed of yourself. You little turtle head ass with your damn smooth head. All you motherfuckers with your smooth heads, all you pork jowl eating motherfuckers, you damn head cheese swallowing bitches. The Lord's gonna kill you, man.
Right.
Okay? The Lord's gonna kill you.
You know what? I'm just grab the precept because you mentioned the Viltrumites. I'm gonna just grab the precept, man.
And the reason I get like this is because I've been to every denomination of Christianity. I've seen the pastor with the go-to driving a fucking Cadillac, pimping his fucking congregation. Okay? I've met the ones who are sincerely off and lost. You know what I'm saying? But they sit there and they cry and they, oh Lord, for 45 minutes. Oh Lord, thank you, Jesus. Crying for 30 minutes, playing the damn drums and shit. Okay, that ain't the gospel.
Catching the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
falling out on the
stuck
ground,
around,
stomping and shit.
What the fuck is we doing?
Niggas gyrating and percolating.
Yeah. Okay. The Most High put them not in temples made with hands,
That's
man.
right, bro.
Okay, the real gospel's on the streets, and all you pimping, pandering ass pastors out there, the Lord's got a special punishment for you niggas and your congregation, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Doc.
Now check this out. Like when you watch the movie Invincible, the Most High is gonna make the elect invincible. Right? The scriptures say, "No weapon shall prosper against you." Right? He's gonna make the elect impenetrable, incorruptible, invincible, man. right? Like the Viltrumites. And what was the whole goal of the Viltrumites, man?
To conquer everything.
To conquer the whole universe.
Yep, get
They
down
had
and lay
the
down.
biggest empire in the universe. And nobody ever, if Viltrumites is on this planet, don't go.
Don't go there.
We don't fuck with them. Because they vicious, man.
Yeah.
Even the Viltrumites was afraid of the other Viltrumites.
Man, the different rankings.
Yep.
Different rankings, because other Viltrumites were stronger than other ones. It's like, hey, they got that over there. That's
Being a
David.
part of the Viltrumite empire is like being in the mafia, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Get down and lay down. Them that would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay before me.
Right.
Take a fucking man's hand.
Decapitation.
Chop a nigga's head off.
Right. And when they would send one Viltrumite to each planet to subdue the whole planet.
One Viltrumite.
If you
That's
didn't
like
accomplish
that
this,
remind me of one angel
And one
destroy the whole.
Come
you know
on,
what I mean?
man. Come on, man. One angel.
Right. But that's what Israel's gonna do. They're gonna branch out to the stars, to those dwelling places, man, that are already prepared.
Yeah.
You know, the Israelite empire is gonna be throughout the whole universe, man.
Oh,
we don't even know how that's gonna play out. So we know the Lord is a man of war. That would be funny. I mean, that would be interesting if it was a Viltrumite style situation. You go here, because look at how we got the Holy Land. There was already inhabitants, and we was told to go there and get rid of the inhabitants. So I would, who knows how the Lord's gonna play it out?
It
Who
might
knows?
just be,
Because it might be empty.
I
It might
say,
be.
the only reason why I
Of
would
course,
think
there's gonna be stuff for us to, there's gonna be food up there.
Yeah,
There's
of
gonna be
course.
water.
yeah.
There's gonna be animals you probably never seen, but they lawful to eat.
Yeah, of
Colors,
course.
Oh,
you
no.
know.
Hey, it's a law. It's a balance. You gotta have lawful and unlawful. You gotta have the cleaners of the earth.
Right.
That's where the unlawfuls come in. They got a job to do.
Yeah.
You see? They eat the trash.
Man, that's hey,
They
man.
clean the water. They eat the
Yeah.
trash.
Yeah, how about you shines far out?
Far.
Because we got the classification of the things that we can eat.
Yeah.
So you can go on that planet if it got the clover hood and they choose the cut.
You already know you're good to go.
Grass might be purple up there. I don't know.
I don't know either,
But they
man.
chewing the purple grass, you can eat that.
That's right.
Man.
Beautiful.
Whole
Whatever
planet
it
might be
Scales and fins.
whole
You can eat
planet
that.
might be neon colors around. You're just looking around like everything glowing.
Colors you ain't never seen before.
Because there's some bugged out fish out there that are lawful.
Yeah.
Nigga got human teeth, but he got scales and fins and
Nigga
shit.
smiling like
Very
this.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Right, very cool.
Nigga might have a human face, but he got scales and fins.
Oh,
You can eat his ass. You might not want to, but you
It
can.
might be delicious too.
He might taste good. They got one out. I think the sheep's head got teeth. You know how the British teeth is stereotypically.
Yeah.
When them bitches is buttery and they all like, you want a shack? This nigga got some big ass human teeth, but they say the niggas good eats. You know what I'm saying? I want me a sheep head. I want to try it.
Yeah.
I just want to look at them teeth.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. Awesome. Put them choppers on me.
Right.
Them granddaddy dentures. I don't want that. Go ahead, dog. Hey,
Right.
You gotta have fun sometimes.
Yeah. This is Jeremiah 51 and I'm gonna start at verse 19. It says the portion of Jacob is not like them. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. It says, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance.
Right. So
The Lord of hosts is his name.
see? So,
Right.
hey, that's our portion. Okay, yeah, how about Shimei Shai is our portion. Okay, so of course, we're going to be blessed because we got the creator of all things on our team, right? So we're on another level, okay? We're called sons of the Most High. He's put an extra spirit inside of us to be more. We're the salt of the earth, man. Okay?
That's what he like and I mentioned that when I was with the brothers down there in DC. I'm like, Jake want to just. I'm like, Jake don't understand how great of a blessing it is to be called Israel.
That's right.
Yashar Allah. He's a prince of the Most High.
Prince Power.
That's a great blessing to have a great name like that.
to be surnamed.
Right.
By the
That's
power
why it
of the universe,
says,
man.
that's why it says, is he a homeborn slave, man?
Why is he spoiled?
Why is he spoiled? Because Jake want to be the lowest. Jake is so happy with accepting. If Jake would just be called Canaan, they would be happy. All the bullshit that Canaan did.
I'm
You
gonna
see
get jobs. I'm gonna get jobs in the kingdom, brother.
A servant of a servant. That's the type of
I'm gonna get
mindset.
jobs in the
How we
kingdom.
gonna get jobs in the kingdom? Nigga, what do you mean?
You ain't gotta
You
work.
understand? That's what I'm saying. They gonna do the stuff for us. All you got to do is live in the kingdom
And praise the Lord, man.
and praise the Lord, bro. You ain't gonna have to wake up every day and repeating the cycle.
and lock in and shit.
This is a corrupt, wicked ass world to live in, man. Because you wake up every day after the acquisition of money to pay for a house that you barely spend time in, right? That's pretty much what the average person does.
Yeah.
You wake up, you go to work all fucking day. You go do whatever else you gotta do. You get home, you doing whatever fuck else you doing in the crib. You don't never get to really enjoy your crib. And then you always got these highest bills to pay. Nigga in the house cold because nigga got gas hot in the bitch. Y'all better cut that shit off.
Turn that shit down.
Turn that thermostat up, nigga. Whoop your ass. Boy, you turn the thermostat on, nigga. Your bill will jump up to the 1,400, nigga. Run the heat.
Utilities are right. The price of utilities
Everything's going up. And they're doing this secret. I'll never forget. I was in Georgia in this particular, I was in East Point, right? What they did was they systematically would have votings on whether or not the electricity should go up. They had a what is it? They had a what they call that shit? Monopoly on the utility. On electricity. Only one person, only one provider of electricity. And they would have council meetings, but they wouldn't tell nobody. And so every council meeting they would go up a certain percentage on how much the electricity was until they end up running a lot of jank out of that area. Bro, electricity got ridiculous. The Dominican people I knew, they ended up having to sell their house because they was like, we can't afford this thing, and moving out of East Point. Wow. And so gradually, I see it happening here. Okay, now I don't know if there's a conglomerate or not. No, you can get different providers here. Duquesne ain't the only one you can go through. You can go through like a few different.
But like what you're saying,
but it fluctuates. Their rates fluctuate. Sometimes they be higher than Duquesne. Sometimes they be lower. Right. You got to fight for a new rate. But anyway, go ahead.
But at the end of the day, a lot of these companies, they're owned by the same small group of people.
Yeah. And people get rights to sell the utility, but it's all, like you said, goes back to the same people.
Like what's how these elites, they got their hand in everybody's company, big corporations, BlackRock,
right,
which own so it's really all this stuff is owned by the oligarchy, right? The select the few people, man.
Right.
There's really no escaping. There's no escaping.
Right.
Regardless, there's really no escaping. They won't be paying some wild shit regardless.
Yeah.
Just like
you saw for the one of all things.
For the one of all things, like even when you think about like even some small as like the food industry, when you got Coke and all that stuff like that, they all owned by the same people.
Yeah.
They make it. They'll portray it as if they're competitors, but they own the same fucking team.
Yeah. And they create artificial scarcities.
Yeah.
And it all goes back to a narrative. They want to say that there's a certain what can I say? There's a certain ailment going around, and they're gonna say, well, this ailment particularly affects things it affects the things of the foulish nature, right? And so as a result of that, their younglings, before they come out of their protective casing, there's gonna be an increased amount of money. You see, and so you see it affect the prices of food, but then next thing you know, they're gonna hit you with a goddamn uppercut and say, "Oh, mask on again."
Yep.
As a result of this thing that's happening to these fowls. You see what I'm saying? Now it's spread to humans, nigga.
This outrage of things.
But meanwhile, you can have a farmer recording themselves throwing all type of eggs in the ground, burying them shits. Because why? Because they ain't letting them sell them. We had an outbreak here, and you can't sell these eggs no more. Crazy work. Meanwhile, he created this. Go ahead, precepts.
So it's a lot.
Yeah, we've been talking for a minute. Go ahead.
Because we read about how Israel is the lot of the Most High's inheritance, right? Yeah. Now, when we read here, it establishes who it's talking about. It says, "Thou art my." Jeremiah 51. Okay. Yeah. It says, "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations."
Man.
What does that mean?
What that mean, brother?
If the Lord loved everybody, why is he going to break the nations in pieces with the Israelites?
No, Scott Peterson's going to be our neighbor. No, nigga, that ain't what that said. He said, "You are my weapons of war." Okay? Matter of fact, the scriptures say that we're going to kindle in Esau like a fire. We're going to be like a young lion among the prey when it comes to the Edomites. What that mean? I mean, we're gonna mess them dudes up, to put it very PG. We're gonna mess those guys up.
Right. It says, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. Lord, when is that going to happen?
Right.
When the Lord returns.
Isaiah 66.
Right? With the many crowns on his head.
That's right.
Right? Who's going to, when Isaiah 53 talks about how he's going to divide the spoil with the strong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
With the elects, joint heirs, man.
That's right.
Inheritance.
That's right.
Come on now.
It's a great honor, man. This honor have all his saints.
Right.
Going into, what is it, Psalm 103?
Yeah. I think so.
Man.
Right.
You know, they joyful upon their bed. They're gonna get the two-edged sword to destroy the heathen, man. This narrative is all over the scriptures. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
Right.
You see? Come on.
And now the Lord gets specific. Right? It says that with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his riders. Right? Because these heathens might try to put up a fight. They might got some little military personnel back in the day. They're gonna be launching them missiles, man. Blink that motherfucker right off.
Make that motherfucker blow up right in
They
their
got,
face.
they got these games that are very hard to beat. They're notorious for being hard. Only one I can think of is Elden Ring. Elden Ring is notorious for having these really hard bosses. The Most High is the ultimate boss. You can't beat him.
The
You
final
can't even
boss.
make it to him.
You can't make it to him. You know,
No,
the
that's what
final
I'm
boss.
saying.
The
Yeah, you
final
can't
boss.
even you can't even beat his ambassador.
Yeah, hey.
The Howard Shah really the final boss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't even gonna make it to your house shot. Man. Come on, man.
You can't. I dare to say you can't beat one chariot.
Can't even be the angel.
It's said that they're gonna be shooting. They're not gonna break their ranks.
Man.
Come on, man. You can't touch the elect.
Bro.
You can't touch the chariots. You can't touch the Howard Shot.
Right. It's gonna be like when you watch the movie Man of Steel. When General Zod and them Kryptonians came down and they brought the military personnel, man, it was fucking.
They was fucking
especially that big nigga. That big nigga was fucking them up.
He was fucking them up,
I
bro.
don't think I seen it. I'm gonna check that out.
It's the older one. Man of Steel came out probably like a few years ago, bro. Bro, they came down whooping ass, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Running up, speeding, grabbing the nigga, tossing him over the tank and shit. Oh, bro,
There's certain bosses in like certain RPG games you come across them. You be doing your little spells trying to hit them. And you got an HP bar and that shit don't go down at all. Or you do your strongest spell and that nigga do one tick of damage. You be looking like this is some bullshit. Then he hit your ass. And here it is, you done leveled up your character over 30 hours and shit, just farming different areas. Like I'm gonna be strong when I hit this next area. And you get one shot by the boss. That's how it is gonna be for how about Shimei shot against these people. They said when he hit him with the beam, it's gonna be dust and smell of smoke. That's all that's gonna be left for you.
Yeah, that's that movie.
Blink of an eye.
Yeah, bro. That's not like that movie. The depiction, the imagery. If you could think about it, or if you ever watched the movie War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise, that's whenever those different, they called them basically the chariots. They was going around zapping everybody, and he was running, and he ran through like 20 people, just all dust and ashes all over him. When he got back to the crib with his kids looking at him all confused, and he sat there, and was like, "What is on you?" And then he realized, like, this is people. Like, he started going on like that, bro. Just a whole people dust, man. That was the Lord gonna do to you people, man. A lot of you people, because in Isaiah 66 say what? That the Lord's gonna plead with all flesh, going to judge, man.
Hey, continuing on, it says, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. So like I mentioned, you're gonna have military tanks, the Humvees, right? Drones, jet fighters, hey, just regular cars. You throwing them shit around, you know what I mean? Making them explode and shit. Right? Because hey, the Lord is coming back to judge and make war. He's coming back to subdue. He's coming. The scriptures talk about the Lord. The saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Yep, and possess it. forever and ever. Daniel 7.
This is gonna be a violent, and this is always how it's been. When one nation comes up to rule, it's in a violent manner.
Yep.
Right? It says, I will also break in pieces, with thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces husbandmen and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord.
It said Babylon and all the inhabitants of, it says Chaldea. I'm assuming it's supposed to be Chaldea, right? And we understand that the daughter of Babylon, Chaldea, these things have been spoken of closely also to when referring to Esau, right?
Yeah.
You know what that precept is that we can get it about Kishon just to prove it?
Isaiah 47.
Okay,
Top.
Yep. You see? So just to prove to you, he's speaking about Esau. Esau is ruling this world. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of that comes after.
That followers.
That follows. Go ahead and read that.
Isaiah 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Right.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Right. Go ahead.
Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Right. So that's how we're reading that. Right. But you know what? So there you go. Daughter of Babylon and the Chaldeans, man. Okay. So when you go into Habakkuk, chapter the first, how many chapters in Habakkuk? Three. Where's the one where it talks about the Chaldeans who take the land that's not theirs?
Oh yeah, one.
One?
Yeah.
Okay. So Habakkuk 1 and 1?
I'll go
2
to
and
it.
1.
I'll get it. Yep. I'll get it.
I know the other one we speaking on where it says I was standing on my watch. Where's that one?
That is two.
So that's 2 and 2.
2 and 3.
That's 2 and 3. So 2 and 2 might be the Chaldeans. No, that's not 2 and 2. See that? So when it goes into the Chaldeans, they Habakkuk.
Yep.
Habakkuk, the chapter 2, right? I mean, chapter 2 and we're in verse 1.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1. Okay,
Yeah,
that's it. So Habakkuk 1 talks about the Chaldeans.
Yes,
Like,
it does. Yep. Chapter 1 talks about
and it
the
gives
Chaldeans.
characteristics. Yeah, rather than the land, the occupied land that's not there.
I got you.
Go ahead.
Come on. Habakkuk 1 and verse 6, it says, For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans,
Right.
that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs.
See? So this is the characteristic also of Esau.
Yep.
Where's the other one say, gathered unto himself all people?
Right.
Is that in there,
Chapter
same
2.
area?
Yep. Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
People look
Okay.
to him, all people.
This is also a characteristic of Esau. He keepeth not at home.
Keep it not at home. That's what I was thinking.
Did you want to get in the chapter? Yeah, you can read it.
You said chapter 2, right?
Chapter 2, verse 5.
Yeah, you transgress my wine. That's it.
Yep.
5.
Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yeah, also because he transgressed by wine,
Yep, it's philosophies.
he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as deaf, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right. So this is Esau, man. I'm thinking about in the book of Psalms, where it talks about Chaldea, I believe. It also talks about Esau. It's a very short chapter. It says, I remembered. The rivers of you know what I'm talking about. Through the
okay.
Spirit. Grab that Bible shot.
We want to say raise it.
Yes,
No.
yes, that's the one. It's like it. That's the one I really wanted. Okay, because I believe it actually says Edom, and then I think it also says Babylon in the same chapter. So that's what I really wanted, because we got to make these correlations, because people act like we just be pulling stuff out of some imaginary place and just be trying to come up with stuff and link stuff. No, these things are referred to in the Bible, and the Bible is spiritual. We are a spiritual people.
They try to make it seem like we reaching.
Yeah, trying to make it seem
Right.
like we reaching.
But you
But we
got-
reaching into the scriptures.
Right. you got a lot of what do you call them? Scholars that do the commentaries on the Bible, and they say the same thing, and they've done the deep research.
Right.
You know. This is Psalm. Ooh, hold on. Let's get it.
There's got to be something.
Yeah.
By the
By the
rivers of Babylon.
Right. This is Psalms chapter 137 and verse 1. It says, "By the rivers of Babylon there were sat down, yea, we wept when we remembered Zion." And I think Youngin actually did a song on this.
Probably did. But I'm young and always talking about Babylon and Zion. Going back to Zion. Go ahead, Al.
Right? It says, "We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song."
Okay, where did that happen? Where was we carried away and made a spectacle of, and made to entertain MFers, right? Here. Okay, America, Babylon the Great.
America, the
Okay,
bitter
made
place.
in the minstrel shows and things. Hung our harps.
Like in that movie 12 Years a Slave, they made them play the violin. Get the dancing, get the dancing.
Yeah, it says we hung our harps upon the willows. The willows droop. The willows represent sadness in a lot of spaces.
Yeah, it does.
So we had to sing if you hung a harp upon a willow, a harp is usually a very beautiful,
Gentle.
nice song when you play with it, right? So outwardly you got these harps, but really we're like weeping willows. It's called a weeping willow.
Yep.
Continue, and it's gonna explain it. Go ahead, bro. See, there's a lot of imagery that you gotta have a spirit to be able to expound on. All right, but a lot of these people don't have it, and it ain't like we chose it. You know, it's the gift of the Most High. Go ahead.
Ephesians 2:8.
It says, for there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth,
See,
saying, "Sing us one of the songs of Zion."
go ahead.
Right? And you know what? That's interesting too, because hey, when we came over here, when Jake was brought over here into slavery, you had Jakes that were still speaking Hebrew.
They knew
You had Jakes who knew that there were Israelites.
Yeah, when you got that old map, okay, that you got to search to the ends of the earth to try to find, but it said Hebo.
Yeah, you talking about
You had-
the actual like the little
The one that said slave coast, Kingdom of Judah.
Yep.
Because
Because
of-
these basically say Hebos. They say Hebos. Yeah.
Well, then you got certain not bills of sale, but you got certain advertisements where some of them said Negroes, and some of them said Hebos.
Yeah, Hebos. Yep, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. It's an advertisement of look what we got to sell. Like this is what we had to offer. Yeah. Hebos.
And much like you have it with the natives that travel over here to Arsarit, to a land where neither mankind dwelt, okay, things become corrupted over time.
For sure.
Languages and words of speaking certain things.
Yep.
And the same thing is in that case. You went from Hebrews to Hebos. You know, and you also had Ebo,
Yeah.
like the Ebo. But all of that, it's
Ebonics.
Ebonics.
Talk Indian.
Well, he didn't know how to talk, right? You know, but even too, Jake, you know, we got Ebonics and things get kind of corrupted over time. You know, because we have an oral tradition. Okay, we have oral traditions.
Like with Gad and Cherokee. So in Hebrew, the word for man is Ayash, right?
Right.
But in Cherokee, or with how they say Chelagi, it's Ashkaya. So it's slightly different,
Right.
you know. And there's a lot of different. There's a lot of words that are just
They just change. They get jumbled up, and things happen, man. Over time, you lose touch with things. Go ahead.
Yep. It says we go so like you read that already. It says, "How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?"
See, you know, you got us here beating us across the head, making us into slaves, doing all type of atrocities to us, and then you want us to be happy? Right? Okay, then we did what we had to do to survive. But like I refer back to that image that the Lord gave of a harp on a weeping willow. Okay, inwardly we was through, but Jake had to put on a certain face
And you know what too?
for these devils.
That's interesting too, because you know you got a lot of Jake coming out of slavery or in slavery, when you got the different banjos and the different string instruments.
Yeah.
And even in Africa, they where Jake was dwelling at, you got African harps. You got different harps and string instruments. That was a part of our culture.
Yep.
So that's why King David would talk about what is it, Psalms 119, when it talks about Alap and Beth. All of those are different instruments that got different number of strings on.
Oh.
Yeah, those are
I thought he
different
was just going through the
instruments.
alphabet.
Yeah, but those are the names of different instruments.
Oh, that's interesting.
Which is crazy, right?
Yeah, that's shit.
So
That's
hey,
wild.
man, hey, King David was orchestrating, bro.
No, for sure.
I see.
For sure.
Well, that's the book of Psalms.
Hey, and then on top of
Psalms
that,
goes into Psalms.
then he played the harp too, didn't he?
Yeah.
He
He
played
was a
it.
master. He was a master harpist.
He played that demon off of Saul.
He sure
Yeah,
did.
you got the different sons of Levites that would play instruments, different men of music, and the scriptures talk about that, men of music and poetry and different stuff of that nature, which all that's needed in a society, in a kingdom.
Yeah. It helps keep a society going, keep it lively. We're the salt of the earth.
Yeah, keep the righteous vibration.
There you go.
The Lord gonna bring that back.
Yeah, even now you'll have some poet come out. They may not be men of the Lord, right? But they'll go into certain topics, and they affect you. You're like, damn, man, that's crazy.
For sure.
I just was seeing this dude doing a poem the other day. I was like, man, 'cause they put energy into it, and he was speaking about it was basically a social commentary on it was a social commentary on lying about who the baby's father is. Basically, he had told him that he was the father, but he wasn't in this particular poem. How could you do this? Just the way he was going, I was like, damn. But that touches on what happens in society.
Yeah.
You see?
It's a common thing.
It can help keep you grounded, which really the scripture is what does that to us, right?
Yep.
But these things also are there too, where you be like, damn, that shit fucked up.
Right.
You do mandatory DNA tests. Tell me, is that my baby?
Yeah, man. And this is, hey, man. King David got sad songs, and he got songs that's uplifting. This is like a sad one right here, man.
It is a sad song.
He said, verse 5, it says, "If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning." Right? Let me forget how to even play the harp, man. Right? It says, "If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom." So hold on, he talking about Babylon.
What, rivers of Babylon?
Babylon?
Wait a minute. Why are you talking about Edom and Babylon in the
I'm
same
gonna have to look
song?
it up because I think Bunyan did a song on this song right
For real?
here.
That would be the spirit. Now let's go into this a little bit. This is prophetic here. When you listen to what he's saying, he's like, look, the rivers of Babylon. He talked about the tree with the harp, right? He said the people that carried us away required of us mirth. Okay, well that happened primarily here in Babylon the Great. Okay, in America, Babylon the Great.
America.
So why is he jumping to Edom? Go ahead.
Right. It says, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Now that was the beginning of the diaspora.
Yep.
Was 70 AD.
Yep.
That's what they raised to the ground, was it not?
Yep. Right. Now, also
Now,
too,
going to something else. Go ahead.
also too, when Babylon was, pursuing, destroying Jerusalem, them Edomites was right there.
It was
in the
right
house.
there. There you go.
Yeah, because it's prophetic, but that's what
But it
they
also
actually
happened
did.
as well, right?
Yeah, the scriptures are manifold.
They're manifold. That's right.
You know?
Okay. And you think they didn't have them cries when they was actually boxing us in and destroying us as a nation?
Yep.
Okay, because that's what spearheaded us being driven into the west coast of Africa and other areas, right? And eventually taken from there into this land.
Right.
You see, Babylon. Go ahead.
It says, "O daughter of Babylon." So it goes from
Daughter
Edom,
of Babylon.
and it say daughter of Babylon.
Look, all right now. Now we read that. We read Babylon. We read daughter of the Chaldeans. So he's daughter of Babylon, and he's also the daughter of the Chaldeans. Okay, go ahead.
Right. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
See, and so hey, it all goes into it is linking Esau with these crimes and linking him spiritually to these different places. Okay, so when you read about these different things, you can say, well, hey, you can ask the question: is this talking about Esau? It seems like it might be. There you go, man. Okay,
Right.
went ahead and called his ass out right there.
Yep. So hey, King David, he was a king, he was a warrior, he was a musician, and he was a
He
prophet.
was a prophet as well.
Prophet, so the Psalms, a lot of them are prophecies, man.
Yep, that's right.
The Lord put the spirit on him to prophesy in the music, man. I think they talks about that with Miriam, how she had the gift of songs, right? So that's also a gift, but the Most High, added prophecy to King David, man.
Anything else?
That was a little chapter.
All right, well, hey, I guess we'll end it there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the Lord willing, we'll do something longer next week. Like I could keep going, but brother, they got a preset, we'll end it. All right. So with that, we give all honor, glory, and praises to.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash.
Double honor to the apostle elders of Great Millstone. These blessed salutations, the host elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Bible ball.
Bible ball.
Hey, shalom.